Good morning, everyone. Hello. I'm starting early today. I know I'm scheduled for 2 a.m. Eastern, but it's 1 a.m. Eastern. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go over my charts, and I can't do a full stream today because I need to do some stuff. And I thought, let me just start the stream. Hey, Warren, how are you? Yeah, I'm just starting early. I just thought, you know what? Let me just do it. And yeah, let me just. How are you doing? Okay. Let me make sure that everything is working fine because I might need some more coffee. Have you been training Asia? Well, I mean, I'm looking at Asia. That it's. What are you doing, Gigi? My cat is like, oh my God, are you already starting? It's too early. Still want to play. Let me make sure everything is okay. Okay, let me do the Discord quickly. Um, yeah, because everything, my logic is this. If I start London, we are range bounding. And I thought maybe if I start early, maybe not. Maybe we get a nice move before. Sometimes there's a good move because if the range in Asia has been really small, which is nice, and even at daily open, we're going back and forth, back and forth. We might get a little bit of expansion at 1-ish, 130 sometimes, and even 2. So maybe we can catch a move. Because today is a Thursday before NFP. Most of the time, shitty time, but then again, the whole week has been shitty. So, who knows? Um, Yesterday, I was doing stream with pre-market prep, and I saw the same thing already. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to do the same thing as the day before in New York. They're just going to go up, high resistance, up slowly, and I just can't. I can't look at it anymore. I'm so fed up with this high resistance, up, and just hardly any normal pullbacks, and I'm just fed up with it, to be honest. I really am. And hey, Priya, how are you? Good to see you here. Priya, did you see? Have you looked at the dolly? Have you looked at dolly today? Um, how are you doing, Priya? I wanted to text you, but I thought you might have been busy, so I didn't text you today. Um, well. I just wanted to actually the only thing I wanted to text you was yesterday I said look at the 8, but I actually meant Asia high or low, no matter the time. So in this today it's a different time, and then look at the high, and then there is still a movement, but it was a little bit later than we actually have been focused on. But so I want to change what I said yesterday. It's not specifically the time, but it's the high of Asia. And if you look at that again, then you'll see there's still good movement. Yes. Yeah, and not in the regular time, but look again, and then look from the high back. It was okay, but it was not as good as the day before, right? Um, but we like that in Asia when Asia doesn't move too much because that means London might have some more movement. So that's all good. What am I doing here? Not coffee, invite to serve. Let me quickly do this. Anyone else traded in Asia? Anyone else did something? Even though the move wasn't too, there wasn't much movement, but before Asia. Hey, what are you doing? Hold on. Hey, today wasn't bad either, but you have to. So I think because I said yesterday, focus on 8, but it is not 8; it's the high of Asia. So look again. It was actually a pretty good move and almost quite a good amount of points as well. Show me in the homework. Show me today's. Um, Yeah, let me just do this in case people are asking. And it's go way down. There we go. Okay, this is sorted now. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so Asia high, my dashed lines is Asia high, Asia low. We've been pretty much range bound within it, so it's pretty nice to see. And before a London session, right? So Asia low, Asia high is here. We filled the end. I don't want to say that. I don't want to use what has been generally said, like, oh, we filled it. We had a passing through the end wall, end dog. Doesn't mean it is done. Is it balanced? Could be if you have enough buy and sell side on each through the whole area. So if it's range bound and it's going back and forth within it, it could balance it out and then it could just blast off higher again. That is a possibility. So they could use this as a balanced price range and then move higher when they balance out the whole end dog. Not one, just if you have only buy side going through it, it's not balanced. It's unbalanced. It's only buy side or sell side. You need both. And because it's going back and forth, and here's the midpoint, you can see back and forth, back and forth. Now, it's always very hard to figure out if it's equal when there's a lot of passings through, because they can unbalance it again, right? That's the point. But if you have, it's very easy when you have one passing through and hey, so I always go to the higher time frame to check, to see like, okay, how does it look on the higher time frame? Here it gives me a little bit more clarity. Like, is it balanced or unbalanced? Well, it doesn't look that balanced yet. So I'm just trying to figure out what this price wants to do. I mean, this order block has been quite strong. I thought that this might break. And I woke up very early and I had a look and I thought, oh, it might break and go a little bit lower. But it was 0.5 from the range, this range to here. Let me show you. And I thought, oh, maybe it wants to go a little bit lower, but it did not. Your 0.5 is here, 0.62, 0.7. So I thought maybe we're going to use this order block. But this was enough for Asia. Here. What are you doing? Crazy. So, yeah, so this one is holding up pretty nicely so far. I don't know. I was hoping there will be a little bit more, but there is no more. Good shorts are non-existing at the moment. They're very short-lived and they don't go to normal levels anymore for some reason. I don't know. It is I guess, like KC always says, just go long and close your eyes. You're better off now. Yeah. But yeah, there is news today, but I try not to trade on NFP Thursdays because of tomorrow NFP, and most of the times the Thursday is a horrible day. It's like it's high resistance all day, but we have had high resistance literally the last 2 weeks. So there's no difference for me, NFP Thursday or the last 2 weeks, literally the same. High resistance up, high resistance down, and just being pretty annoying. So 8:30 news, unemployment claims. But yeah, NFP protocol says be careful after Wednesday AM session. But then again, maybe it will be a good day today because everything was very shitty the whole week and also almost last week. And tomorrow again, 8:30, we've got the normal non-farm. Yeah. A lot of people don't even trade the first week. They just skip it. And they just wait for the range to form and then they have more information. But then we're just watching. We will just watch and see if there's any opportunities presenting itself or just learn. What are you doing? Okay, so let's see, we can go through Asia High. Let's see if they're going to respect this as a BPR on the 15, or are we going to go for the equal highs above us? Let's have a look at ES. Oh, it's Thursday already. I'm going to put on the weekly ranges to see if TGIF is already. The weekly profile is going to be interesting because literally we had Monday low, Tuesday high, Wednesday high. A lot of the times when you have two ranging days after Thursday, you get a most of the times you get a retracement on Thursday. Most of the time. But maybe this week also not. We'll have a look. Let's see if we can get a. I'm gonna put on the weekly here. See, I copied these lines from another, like I said, I use those wicks and then I copy them and they seem to be working. I like them, so I just keep them. They're not random, but they are random from a wick that I used and they were. So I think, okay, if that is a range, they might use that range because we only have projections when we're at all-time highs, right? We don't have any data to the left of the chart, which we normally use for runs on liquidity and calculations and things like that and PD arrays, but we don't have any. We have something here, but it's not much. Once we go over it again, it's just we're in space. We're in space. What do I want to do? Oh yeah, the weekly range. I want to put on the weekly range. So why is it important? The weekly range on Thursday and Friday, because with every normal candle, you have an open, high, low, close. And on average, every candle retraces back between 24, 30, 40%. And why do ICT has introduced TGIF, which means that he looks at the weekly candle. But you can actually look at any candle. But because the weekly range, it is a solid range which you can use. You don't want to look at the 1 minute candle and every candle, oh my God, is it doing it? Or the monthly candle is interesting to also watch when the month is at the end of the around the same area. But lately we did not have we did not have proper TGIFs on Friday, and then sometimes it did not even do it at all. Also on a Monday and Tuesday, which is something that happens a lot. I think this week we did on Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember, but the week before we did not do any of that, and we closed with the biggest candle ever. Monthly candle on MNQ. So yeah, what was I doing? Yeah, doing the weekly. Where is my weekly? Yeah, here we go. Methods one. That's the one I want. So I just keep track of where we're at and how we are behaving within the weekly range. Why? Because you can get a TGIF already on Thursday. And you want to see, like, if we go back down, we're between 20 and 30%, and you want to see how price will behave within certain percent. It will respect these percentages a lot. But yeah, I'm tracking them already from Thursday. And weekly high is here. Let's see where the weekly low is. Oh. Where is the weekly low? It's all the way here. Now let's see. So I want to point out we've got two opening range gaps unfilled below the weekly range. 2 days we just opened. We did not even touch them. Yesterday we went into it just a little bit. We didn't even reach 25%, and we went back up again. And I didn't even want to watch the move up anymore. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I just don't want to engage. in this high resistance move up. So I just canceled. I just went off, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do something else and wait for a nice retracement. Hey, L7, I did. Yeah, I thought, you know what? Because I need to do some stuff, and I thought I can't do the normal times. And I also thought, you know what? The moment I start streaming, we start consolidating. And I watched how Asia has been beautifully consolidating, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I start early, we might catch an early move. Um, yeah, I'm just so fed up with just watching consolidation, and New York sessions has been horrible. They moved, but they just high resistance up, high resistance up, high resistance up. I just can't watch it anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm like, oh, I'm done with that bullshit. I want some healthy. I just want some. I don't know. I just want some healthiness, and I'm hoping NFP might give it. So I'm sort of like hoping maybe they do something pre NFP. I don't know. Was it 1 or 2 months ago? But that was at Open, New York Open. It was a really, really nice short. But yeah, sometimes NFP Thursday does give a nice opportunity. Most of the times I skip it, but because it has been shit the whole week, it has been like NFP Thursday the whole week, the high resistance back and forth. So I'm just hoping that maybe earlier we might get a good move, because sometimes at 1:30 it can already, it's like pre-market, right? Sometimes you have a good move in pre-market London. Let's see. Um, and if not, well, it's it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I hate it. I really hate this price action, to be honest. I don't know. Do you like, guy? Have you been watching New York? Did you guys see New York? What do you think about New York price action? I mean, it goes up, but do you enjoy trading it? Are you able to find good? I mean, if you look in hindsight, there was good opportunity, but it's just like, um, just the point I want to make is like, okay, so we have a pre-market creates a range, and then literally the whole AM session, it just goes up within the range. So literally it does not really expand, it just goes back into the range, which sort of like makes it an easy trade. But it took like the whole AM session to do it, like until 12:15, then a little bit of a retracement, and then you can trade the PM session. That's always on days like this, it's a little bit better, but then you go into new all-time highs, right? Here. So when I saw this happen here, it was exactly like what it did on ES. I'm like, okay, it's gonna go back. It was very bull. The structure was bullish. It looked bullish. But then again, it moved like, oh. Um, yeah, I mean, it's bullish, but it's untrue. I mean, I hate it. I literally, I can literally say it now, and I'm not gonna hold back anymore. I hate this price action. And I'm so allergic to longing now. That sounds really weird. I just don't want to long anymore. I'm just going to stop longing until we have a good short. Then I'm going to go back into longing. So, or it has to be like really, really after a nice, clean relief move. But yeah, I just, if we had a high resistance one way, I want a low resistance other way. And if they're both high resistance, I'm going to tell NQ, you know what? You can move without me. Bye bye. I don't care. Yeah. Hey, I'm in big trouble if it stays like, if this is the change, maybe then but I have to adjust. But I'm hoping it's not. But let's see. Um, It's still NFP week, so I'm still thinking, you know what, maybe after this week, things will. It's the first week of the month after the largest move ever, after the biggest NQ ever. So, how many points did we make already in this week, by the way? Someone said already 1,000. Let me check because I didn't even check because I've got the weekly range here. How many points are we already up on this week? I think it must be insane already. Yeah, over 1,000 already. This is the first week. We're not even done yet. 1,200, almost 1,200 points. Yeah, I see L7. I see. That's insane. And remember, last month, the biggest, it was about 4,000 points. So that's like, say, on average, 1,000. We're above the average already of the monthly candle. Crazy stuff. Crazy. I want to put this on as well, on NQES. Don't I, huh? Crazy stuff. But it doesn't, you know, even though it will go up, but if it's not really tradable or not nice, it doesn't really mean anything, right, for us. I sort of think maybe they changed the market a little bit to make it hard for retail, because we're still retail, to engage in it. I don't know if it's done on purpose. Okay, let's have a look. You know what I'm going to do now? Let me see. Let me try something else because we're here. 0.50. I never tracked this macro, by the way. Let us see. 0.50. 0.50. 110. Okay, nothing happened here, but let's see, what time was this? Oh, that's interesting. We formed a high literally at the close. Okay. That's interesting. 4:15. So today's opening range gap when the market opens at 9:30. This will be where the range starts. Yeah, I know the seasonalities, but I don't. I mean, yeah. May normally is a very nice month to trade, because you come out of the. It's like the AMD, right? January till March, it's the accumulation phase. We tend to accumulate, and then May, you get the expansion or the manipulation a lot of the times. But it's nice to trade. There's relief in the market. Okay. Do we have a market maker model from Asia, from yesterday's close? Asia low. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna finalize this? Do we see this as a model? I think so. Are we on the buy side of the curve since Asia low? Mm, we are above midnight. It's 1:30. I would say so. At least up to maybe here. We've got a nice little gap here. $702 is the mid. What if I take the whole one? Doji. 731. Yeah, I'm definitely bullish up to somewhere here, and then I just reassess if it's just going to disrespect this area or just going to go lower again. Oh, already 22 people watching so early. So many people are so early already. I mean, so many people are in different time zones or just awake, right, for trading. Um, that is so nice to see. Okay, let me do a poll. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a poll. Are we gonna take out these? Are we gonna take out the high that we formed at 4:15 yesterday? So at the close, I think that's gonna be the poll. But we could also let me see. How can I frame it? Mm, 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 mm. It's 1:30. 1:30. Yeah. I'm just gonna do bullish or bearish. I think it's easy as that. I'm gonna keep it simple. Bullish or bearish? Oh, look at the sun. I can see I'm sorry, guys. I'll close the curtain. I can see that I'm in. I've got an aura around me. It's me being an angel. Um, I love the light, but I know it's. I'm gonna close it. Don't worry. Um, that's the downside of winter when sun goes lower. Uh, bullish or bearish? I'm gonna close the curtains after this. Bullish or bearish? Up to 2 o'clock. Up to 2 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, let's keep it small. Okay, here we go. I'm going to close the curtains for you guys. I can imagine that drives you nuts, having that sun pop in and out, and it's like a light beam or something. So today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive to that town again and try to apply for the driving license. And last time I went there and they said, okay, yeah, you can, but you need your passport to be validated at Home Affairs. So I went to Home Affairs in another town and they said, okay, we'll scan it. And I don't know if you guys remember if you were here, and I said, well, they scan it, and most likely then I have to go back at some point, and then they say, okay, we received it, and you're okay, we can continue with the process. But they never called me, and I went back a few times, and they said, no, we never got it. So now I'm going back again. I'm just going to say to them, listen, this doesn't work. It's such a backward system. You know, everything is just so backward. Hey, Casey, how are you doing? Good morning. So yeah, so I just I thought, you know what, let me just drive again, and maybe I'll just get the same answer. But I thought maybe I'll go again to Home Affairs with a passport and try it. But I'm just gonna say, listen, this is the second. I'm gonna lie. Say, listen, this is the second time. Last time is 6 months ago. I went here, and then I said the second time I went here to do it, and still both those Home Affairs in different cities have not sent the document to you, so we can proceed. How I need to proceed. Oh, did you have a good day with NQ? Really? I was just complaining about it, Casey. I'm like, who did well? And please, yeah, I'm doing great, but I'm so fed up with those longs. It's really weird. I have an allergy for longing right now. I hate those high resistance longs to the upside. And it's really weird. And I was like, okay, something is really for me, I either need to adjust and start enjoying it or just need to stay away for a while. But yeah, I was thinking, I actually said to this morning on the stream when I started, yeah, just like AC, it was you know, you close your eyes and long, but it's literally that, isn't it? Well, yeah, but I think the longs are always like, I mean, but so the funny thing, let me go, I'll show you. It was so funny because I used the opening range gap a lot and I saw the same thing happen. What it did on with ES. So here, for example, so I had this is the yellow box. So we opened up. We had a wick, and you know the thing is, I did the pre-market prep, and I already had this marked. And my red lines are: be careful. There's going to be a reaction here. But I was so anti-long. I literally said no. I'm going to go for 50% of the opening range gap. It has to do it, even though there was already bullish structure. I refused and I had a win already, so I just gave back. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna. I literally had this already on my chart, and it literally went into it, and then boom went up, and I was no, I'm just gonna disregard it. That is how allergic I am for longing right now. And then this, when you see this happen with the opening range gap, and this is what it did on ES, exactly the same. It goes up, back into the opening range gap, but it does not go into it. That's your long. That is your signal. That is a signal for. I just like no. I'm still not gonna do it. I'm staying in. And I knew. And I'm like, am I really now disrespecting everything is in the chart? It's yelling. It's gonna go up. And I said, okay, I know it's gonna be the same price action as the day before. It's just gonna go up, up, up. And I just said, listen, guys, I'm not gonna anticipate anymore. I'm done. I know where it's going. I know, and it's just very slow, and it took out whole morning to go back into the liquidity that it created in the pre-market. So it was an easy trade, though. In hindsight, it really was a very clear trade. But I cannot. God, I don't know why, guys. I hate it. I hate longing now. I hate it. I've been short all week. I want to go short all week, and they left, so much. the only thing that they do now is take minor sell side. They take minor sell side, they leave the major, and they go back up again, and they build like a balanced price range on top of it, and they go on. Mostly it's very clear. If you look on the high, it's always like a very nice order block, whatever. It is very clear. It's not that it's not clear, but it's just high resistance to the downside, high resistance to the upside. Feels like 2021. I think I actually did better in 2021, to be honest. But I didn't have I had less knowledge then, but I felt like I was more in control. I know, I think 2021 wasn't that everything worked because I only went long, and that was the only thing I really did well because I wasn't that educated at that time yet. Wasn't 2021 just was COVID, right? Yeah, it was COVID, and everything went up for a while. So I did really well. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I've been short all week. But did you manage to get good trades with shorts? I mean, there are opportunities still, but they just not. There's no follow through, right? They still go to specific levels, but they just don't follow through. But it still works if you are not greedy. If base hits are perfect, short trades perfect. But I just don't. I'm just not good at that. I need to either adjust or I need to stay out for a while. That's it. But I'm not giving up yet, guys. But yeah, yesterday I was like, ugh, I'm not gonna engage. I know where it's going. I know what's going to do, but I'm not gonna. I'm too impatient now to stay in that trade and wait all morning to go there. My short was a 12-minute scalp. A 12-minute. It's not really a scalp anymore, right? How many points did you manage in 12 minutes? 5? How many points did it give you in 12 minutes? No, you can still get a good amount of points if you're on the right time. If there's always one, the thing is that you can get the good ones, but they're very limited. The ones that have a little bit of displacement, they are there, but they are just once a few hours, right? So if you're in that one, it's okay. Now, Casey, I'm just joking. If you're green, you're green. Well done. The thing is, you just need to be out of the market faster than before because it could spike up again, and the moves are shorter, and they just have a lot of spiking back and forth. So if you have a move to the downside, don't expect to take all the sell side or buy, well, maybe buy side more than sell side, but to the downside, just be very, very, have smaller trades. Go only for minor sell side or the first PD array that you see, and just go out. Don't wait. Don't expect too much. AG, hey Sebastian, how are you doing? Long time, Sebastian. I haven't seen you for a while. Long 9, MNQ. Yeah, of course you're long. Everybody should be like Casey says, guys. Casey has two. Last week he had a good tip. We have to drink more water, or always. And this week's tip. Well, I think you had the tip already last week as well. Just go long and close your eyes. And I actually think it really is a good tip. Okay, AG Trader. How do you use your fib? Okay, so how do you use your fib? I use them per range. I try to see, okay, what is the range the price might use, and are we going from premium to discount or discount to premium in order to go back? So in this case, I just use even though if it's normally we say it has to be a range, and a dealing range is something which has a high or low taken. I don't use them very clearly as that because I'm just using it as a range that also can still be created. So, but a dealing range technically is a range that has been a high or low has been taken out. But in order for the fibs, you can also use ranges that are going to be dealing ranges in the future. So I expect this low to be taken out at some point. So I use this because it's Asia low, and I take the high to see, okay, if price is moving in this range, this is 50%. From here, it technically can go down already. But I want to see if this little BPR of this area, this small area, is going to hold, or are we going to go for previous day high, or are we going to go to the OTE golden zone levels, right? So in the old days, there was a very clear, these levels were used a lot. I've actually make this 705, but it doesn't really matter. But for me, the most important thing is 0.5, because we can literally go down from here already, because it could be enough. So I'm just watching for now. And also what you do, it's sometimes it helps to use it from in Asia range, but more often, like yesterday, we were accumulating in London clearly in the midpoint above the 0.5 level. So you can see here how they use the range, how the levels are being respected within the Asia range, right? You see 7.9, and we will go up. So it never went lower here anymore, just went higher, higher, higher. So you need to play around with them to figure out what, because everything is in range. Price action is literally just, everything is in ranges. The price moves in cycles within specific ranges, so everything is calculatable. So I always try to look at where's the midpoint within a range, for example, or if you have very clear defined Asia high low and we've been accumulating within it, you always want to see where the 50% is. And as you can see here, at some point you can see, oh, there's no bodies anymore going, and here we are at 38, and we just go higher from here. But now the question is, are we going to go for those highs again or not? We are. So what did we do? Let's say also, if I look at this range here, we only went to 50% in Asia, and we went back up again. So it was respecting an order block. Let me show you. I woke up very early this time, and I was looking at, was it this range? Hold on. Let me go to the 15-minute. High. So we didn't go in, yeah, we didn't go low. We just went to 50% and we went back up again. And this is a very clear range to me that I want to use. When this would be a balanced price range, it's not a balanced price range. We've got a gap here. You can delete the balanced price ranges and use them to make your range smaller. But this is not a balanced price because we got a suspension block here. So I use the whole range in this scenario here. And then we didn't even go here or here. We just only 0.5. So I think we're going to go lower into these levels here. I've got already some levels that have my interest. So these black lines have my interest. So yeah. So I'm thinking I'm thinking I want to go short, to be honest. Oh yeah, I'm Sebastian. I'm just saying I'm interested in a short. I'm long from 0.7. I got stopped out before that week and re-entered in Asia, still holding. Yeah, I'm more interested in a short because I think we're gonna go lower again. That is my assumption. Sorry guys, but hey, listen. I am short biased by nature now. I'm allergic to longs, so it's already in my nature. But no, I do think so. I do think that I think we're going to respect this BPR for now. We have disrespected them so many times lately. But yeah, I'm gonna put on a paper trade long, brain wire. No, I said long. No, 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 no. I'm allergic to longs. Um, you know, guys, all the time I've been saying Asia high to Asia low is not a trade. I'm making it a trade today. Okay, what did we do? Oh, yeah, I'm doing a good paper trade short. I'm just gonna paper trade. It's NFP Thursday now. The whole week has been shit, so it doesn't matter. But oh, come on, I want to go short. It doesn't give me. Yeah, we don't have to be on the same side. It's nicer when we have different opinions. Don't follow me, guys. Hold on. Let me. I didn't check the 4 hour. I have to be aware that we're still an hour early. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Trading view is not responding. 133 actually. Okay, here we go. Premium. I want to see where we're at in the wick. Okay, 151. One. Yeah, maybe max Asia low is here, is above the wick, could be, and then go back up. Okay, yeah, so down to go up again, something like that. And then this is maybe for NFP, all these levels here. You see that, all these gaps, which is left behind. NFP, maybe, hopefully. NFP, hopefully. Um, okay, I'm waiting with my short. I wanted to go to see if we go to 50% of the wick. Guys, I think we're going to get SMT with ES. Look here. I think ES might take out the weekly high, and Q is going to go into the wick, and we'll get. That's where I'm going to short. I'm going to wait for ES to take out the weekly high, and then we have our SMT. When is NFP? Well, technically, the NFP release itself is tomorrow on Friday, but the whole week is already impacted by the NFP because normally on Thursday the price action is already being held in a range for NFP, or a lot of the time price action is not favorable because they're waiting for that release to come. But because price action has been already so bullish, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like already a move today. It has been so unnatural. It wouldn't surprise me. It felt for me NFP was already the whole week. With the high resistance up and down and hardly only minor sell side taken. And with NFP, we can go through all those bullish PD arrays without, it just doesn't have to respect any order, but it just blasts through everything. We might have a 2,000 point move, guys. Sebastian, we don't follow, and if anyone follows you or me, it's own responsibility, guys. But I don't think we have signal service people around here. But technically, yeah, we're just sharing our, whatever we do, and but most people know here. Yeah, I'm waiting for one of the two to be. This is a proper. I like the SMT with ES if we get it. That will be proper. So SMT for those, it's just an extra confluence. You want extra confirmation. You don't trade off SMT, but you use it as extra confluence. I have already a short bias because I I, um I have developed an allergy for long, so I need to go to the doctor for it. Have some cream or some pills for it. So forgive me, but if I get an SMT, that is my, that's just an extra confluence on top of my allergy. So, but normally you don't trade off NFP by itself, but it gives a nice, it does make sense, especially at weekly highs. It's a nice, we have a wick on NQ and highs on ES. It will be nice. ES will take out a high and Q will stay within the wick. So then we have, obviously you have an SMT because you have a higher high, a lower high, and Q doesn't take the high. It's correlated, so ES will turn because it took out the high, unless it just wants to continue, which is still a possibility, and then I might still be. But 2 a.m. can give a nice move. That's actually what I was hoping for. And now at least we're prepared because we're on stream already. Normally I would just start the stream around this time and then you start looking. But let's see, we get our SMT. SMT, we took Asia high. So it's a level of liquidity. Look how ES on the 15-minute has been creating liquidity on the sell side. Now that doesn't mean a lot nowadays, but after taking equal highs, external liquidity to internal liquidity, so it might even go all the way. I'm just talking about ES, one of these fair value gaps, right? Which is also an order block here. So external, internal. So we've got multiple confluences now, which makes sense for a short, but then again, it does not have to do it. It could still blast all the way up, up again. And then I need to take a pill again. So gaps are never, okay, one thing, guys, with gaps, they are never closed. They're always, if you're talking about the N dogs or N wogs, they can be reused over and over and over again. And they are like magnets. So, but when you have, like in a short amount of time, an equal amount of buy side, sell side, and you can consider the balance, then it can be considered, is it a balanced price range or not? You have to look at them as balanced price ranges. Not, it's like people, like when they say gap fill, you have to be very careful with that, because if they're not balanced, they will be reused over and over and over again. But once they're balanced, we could move away from them very, very fast. But just one pass through is not a gap closure. It's about, is it balanced or not? Does it have equal buy side and sell side? Oh, shut up, Casey. I've had enough water. Okay, 2 o'clock, guys. Let's see. Casey, do you have a new tip for the week? Do you have another health tip for besides water what we can do um, as traders when we are behind the charts? What we can do to keep our health, keep our brain healthy? You have to come. We have to have a new. We have to have some variation. Let's do one. Maybe like every week there's a new tip we can remind ourselves for. I did push-ups yesterday. Winded after for during the stream or during when you're trading. You know, I hang. It sounds really weird if I say I hang, but listen to music. Yeah, so that's why I don't put music on my stream because I'm thinking, yeah, everybody wants their own music, right? Well, if I put music on my stream, I'm already forcing people to listen to what I'm listening to, and I'm like, um, but yeah, I totally like music as well. Um, yeah, so talking about push-ups. So what I do nowadays is I hang I try to hang a couple of times per day because it really stretches out your spine. And I've got my balcony here. Now I don't do it from this one because this one is high, but I've got like one room lower and it also has a balcony. And uh, and I cannot, if I fall, it's just this high from the floor. But if I do it here, I would most likely break a few things. I might not even survive. But yeah, and it's so, oh my God, I always had back issues until I start hanging every day. Um, and I have zero issues now. And just squatting, it's like all the moves that keep your mobility, and they're very simple. You don't need any, yeah, you need to have maybe when you go to the gym, use weights, but oh, the hanging is just so good for me. I can't really. The only thing is that I'm getting things on my hands here, which I don't like that much. So I need to go to the pedicure, but that's from the hanging. I'm almost at 1 minute now. I couldn't do 10 seconds in the beginning, but now I can hang like for half a minute without any issues. And then the second time in a day, but I do it between streams. So I think it's a good way, Casey, to do some exercise. I think so. That's really good to keep yourself. Yeah. Okay. Waiting. 3 parts. I'm gonna go short. Paper trading. Don't follow me. I have an allergy for longing. Um, It's a very small. I like it because I'm gonna be stopped out very fast. So it's sort of almost a turtle soup. Um, Now the only thing is we didn't have a SMT. There's no high taken on an ES. Or did we? Let me check. I think it's equal. But let me form my TP quickly. I'm just gonna go to daily open. I'm not gonna do too much. Okay, so I'm using these lines then from those are the ones that I copied. But let's see, I might be wrong. Um, I'm using time. Time. 2 o'clock. Yeah. Here we go. I'm just gonna see. how we look on the 15. Okay, so this is a question for you guys. If one, so like say we have like a straight line on ES, and it's still a high to a low on NQ. I consider that SMT. Do you guys consider that? So we did not take out a high, but it's straight. And on ES, it's like we go from high to low. Do you guys consider that SMT as well? Or does it have to be like this and this? Or is this and this also SMT? I consider it SMT, but there are some people that say no, it's not. It really has to be this and or this. It cannot be this and this. What do you guys think? I consider it SMT. So I would have preferred if ES would have gone a little bit higher. But some people say no, you can't consider it SMT then, because it needs to take out a high. An equal high is not, we cannot consider that SMT. What are your thoughts on that? Oh, you look at the candle body. Oh, I just look at the wicks as well. Because the wicks, interesting. Okay. Okay, let's see if it wants to go below this level here, below the midpoint. That's important. Otherwise, I might be stopped out. I might go already into profit because it's a paper trade. I don't want to have a losing trade. If it goes above 2 o'clock again, I'll be stopped out. And enough ticks to pay my commission, so that's okay. So if I'm stopped out, that's good. I don't care. Then I'm wrong, and it might still take out the high on ES, right? Because it still didn't take out the high, the high. What is 130? Okay. Okay, let's go. So when I started streaming, I started noticing that around 2 o'clock, a lot of the times, we didn't have it for a long time. I even made a video about it, the 2 a.m. move. A lot of the time there is a good move around in this macro. Let's look where yesterday's PM sessions first presented fair value gap was, by the way. What time? The 130. I want the 130. Okay, it might be a little bit higher. It's here. Okay, this area. Okay, gotcha. Okay, it should be, if you want to mark this area, it might be. Okay, let's see if we can maybe get all the way back to here now. Let's see if it wants to move. Now I don't want it to spike back up. So this is what happens a lot lately. Then it goes. See, there's no follow. It's like it looks like it's just short, right? But it could easily spike back up again and go back up. Just take out, like for example, minor sell side, and go phew, spike back up. So I'm only paper trading right now. Just want to see if the market is going back to. I think it looks like it's pretty much has been setting up for a short, but let's see. Oh, the slowness, just horrible. See, it just there's no follow through. You see, it goes lower, but it goes here, and then it's sort of like already holding back again. And this is just what we have to deal with all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if it. Oh, you were short. Sebastian was short 26, 715. Huh? Oh, 20. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, you already corrected. I'm like, huh? Are you on CFDs? But even CFDs have different numbers right now, I think. Yeah, okay, 28. It's too slow, right? Don't you think, Sebastian? Okay, see, it just doesn't. You want to have like a displacement a little bit more, like, and we want these candles. But this might be the order block that they might be holding up with. Oh, I think it might start dropping. Pum, 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 pum. So remember now that S&P has equal highs, which most likely will be revisited, I guess. This could hold here. I wouldn't be surprised. I see a gap here as well. I wanted to change my stop, but I'm leaving it. Even though I would be stopped out, I'm still in. It's a free trade. I mean, it's not really any win, but it could come back and close this gap again. But then again, I would think it's gonna go higher again, right? So technically, I want to. If it goes over this line again, it's invalidates my trade already. Because we still have equal highs here. On ES and on NQ, how far did we go into the wick? Not even a quarter. Okay. 754. Okay, I don't need you anymore. Well, let's see. I don't need you anymore. Oh, it's so cold. I'm freezing. Let me see if I can open up the. Oh, hello, Kiki. Cute. Why are you not outside in the sun? I need to have some warm. I need some sun. Is it not too bad? Um, I'm wearing long sleeves for the first time. Well, at night I do, but this is the first time at daytime that I'm actually wearing something a little bit. And long pants as well. This is also very, um, but I still don't have any. I have. I want to say I don't have any shoes, but I hardly wear normal shoes. I just literally live on flip flops and just have open shoes all the time. And when we do a nice walk, I wear sneakers. But I always like driving my car and then I put them on for just the walk or when I go to the gym or something. But besides that, um, I don't know. I think I'll be stopped out. I won't be surprised. Just gonna leave it for my journaling. I think the equal highs. on ES. I think it wants to have those equal highs. And then NQ, but maybe it wants to go higher again, and who knows? I mean, nothing surprises me anymore. Did we go to, let's see, what's the range? What is the 50% of this little range? What are you giving us? Yeah. I want this to be visible. Oh, I'm on top chat, not on live chat. So if Mether, if you're here, ooh, did I miss? Hey Mether, good morning. I'm sorry, I was on top chat. I just noticed, if you're still here, I noticed like, oh shit, I'm on top chat. So I just noticed that. So um, I missed your message. I see you have, I'm doing great. No, I did not forget about you. I was just like, I just noticed, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on top chat. And it's the first thing I'm like, oh my shit, I might have missed a message. I already knew. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. Yeah, I think it's the only, you're still the only one. Pratish is in a range. Let me see, Pratish, if I see you on, oh no, Pratish is in both. Yeah, I think you're still the only one. It's so weird. I have no idea why. Let me see if I have any more messages that I missed. Sebastian, stocks, 5 on. No, I think it's just you still. Or, yeah, okay. Sometimes I just reset the, I'm just looking at the stream and then I reset, but then it automatically goes to top chat for some reason. So then I need to manually put it back on live chat. Maybe I can do that automatically. Let me see if is there a way. I think so. Hey KC, sleep well. Have a nice, good rest. See you tomorrow or maybe later today. Ta-da-da-da-dum. Okay, moment of truth. We have this little gap at Asia high. Now the question is that enough and does it go lower again or are we going to go higher again? I wouldn't be surprised of the latter. Like Casey says, close your eyes and just long. Or it's actually the other way around. Long and close your eyes, right? Because if you close your eyes already, it's hard to go long on your. You have to. You don't know what you're doing on your computer. Okay, I'm stopped out. Yeah. So even though it's paper trade, there was no paper trade loss. Um, it makes sense that the ES wants to take out those highs now, because it's already a not a triple high, but a 1, 2, 3, 4. It has four highs. I just want to double check the high if it's really, it did not do anything, right? High 395. 395, 395. Yeah, okay, so no, it still has to take out the high. So yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It makes sense, right? That doesn't leave it. 230 high maybe, then another low, whatever. Or we're just gonna go back, blast off again into the abyss. Oh, let me see the pool, because it's already 226. Bullish at 62. Yeah, okay. That is correct. Let me do another poll. Okay, and the new poll, if we take all-time highs, are we going to continue higher or are we going to pull back at some point in London? Let's do it until 3:30. I'm just keeping it short because I'm just, if one thinks, someone might think, oh, it's just going to be a short up or long up to that level. So I'm going to keep it until 3 o'clock. So are we going to continue higher or are we going to short? Is it just taking a high and then lower? Start a poll. Hey, the chat, the majority most of the times is correct here. Bullish or bearish up to 03 a.m. Eastern. So the large move up to bullish bearish. I'm not going to add consolidation. I think we're not. I actually should, but I will add it. Because we've had sessions that we set through consolidation literally. So I'm just here we go. 35 people watching. Curious what you guys are thinking. Bullish. So who thinks that it might just take out the high and then we get like SMT and then we might go lower again? Or are we going to continue higher? So that means ES will go into new all-time highs, I guess, right? If I'm not mistaken, let me double check. Or, yeah. Yeah, ES is new all-time highs, and in Q we have this BPR here. So that, I mean, if ES would go higher, I would assume that we will also take the high on NQ then. Okay, most of you are bullish, bearish, 33%, consolidation, 17%. So bullish 50%, bearish 33, and consolidation 17. You know, actually, that wouldn't surprise me either, the consolidation part. I actually was just thinking, when I was making the poll, it popped into my head, but it's something I'm also fed up to see during a London session. But we consolidated here, we go higher a little bit. Yeah, lately what you also see when you have like a displacement candle. So let's say we take out the higher in S&P and Q follows but doesn't take out, we could then, a lot of the times you get like one large displacement candle, then it goes back into accumulation a lot of the lately. So it's sort of like, you know, you're getting really excited because you think, oh my God, the move is coming finally. But, and that's why I'm also very, you know, not really enthusiastic with this price action, because every time when you have like displacement, there's no follow through, it goes back into small, well, I don't know if we can call it accumulation, but it goes back to very small candles, and either it moves up or down in a very small range, and it's I guess we can call it accumulation as well. So yeah, 50, 25, 25. So, but majority is still bullish. But yeah, I'm hoping for I'm hoping for a high to be taken and then a nice short. But I'm hoping for a short. But we need to take a high maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what price is going to give us. But technically we're still around Asia high. We haven't moved much. I'm gonna get rid of this line here. Hello Mario G, how are you? Yeah, Mario G, it doesn't surprise me if that's the case. A little bit of expansion and boom, back into a range or something. Yeah. Um, you know, yeah, but you know what's really, for me, it's really hard to define the manipulation nowadays within that consolidation. It sort of like seems to move out of consolidation to distribution a lot of the times. I'm just having trouble sometimes to identify the manipulation a bit. I think I can do it on, I need to do it on the 15-minute, but on the lower time frame, lower than that, it's very hard for me to define it. And in hindsight, you go back and you're like, oh, you see the wick, yeah, okay, we took out that and blah, 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 and we went into there, so it was easy to see. But when you're not looking at that at the time, it's just sort of like, and then it moves, and then you're, oh shit, it's already done. Yeah, I'm too late. Let's have a look at the 4 hour, by the way. 4 hour, 4 hour. How have you been doing? Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that looks we're gonna expand, right? I mean, Let's see if we get 4-hour SMT, by the way. That would be interesting. Yeah. Okay, we ES took out the high. So in scenarios like this, I'm only interested in 15-minute SMT, and it's 2:35. But mm, let's see how far the NQ, how far we're going to this wick. I mean, we have SMT now. Let's see if NQ stays in this wick until 2:45. I mean, then that's a significant SMT then. 4 hour, 1 hour. Okay, still 50, 25, 25. Mary, how low is the ATR? What do you mean the ATR? How low? I don't think I understand the question. No, yeah, I know, but how low? I mean, I don't understand the question. How low is the ATR right now? Oh my God, guys. So we take out a high and then it just sort of like stalls immediately again. As you can see, ES took out the high and Q did not even, it moved up, but it did not take out that high that it formed within this macro. You see that? So, Okay, for 2:40. Let this 5 minute come quickly, please. I think I'm going to try another paper trade short. Not now, but maybe for the next macro. Let's see if we get maybe up into this wick somewhere, and I want to see some kind of rejection. Because I would think if really NQ wants to take out this high, we would have a little bit more movement into this wick. We would already be over 25%, and we're not even there yet. Now let's see if it wants to start moving a little bit. Oh, look, we got some movement finally. Let's see. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, well, I was just what I was. It seems like they're listening. Again, this just okay. Yeah. Let's see how far. What time is it? 44. Okay, I like it. I mean, I would like it if NQ stays within the wick. That means we have a SMT on the 4 and the 1 hour, because it's a 4-hour wick, which it could be pretty significant. So I think I would try like another short again, but I'm gonna wait a few more minutes because London opens at 3, right? So it could still catch up at 3. So also take out the high. But as of now, it has not, and it's 2:45. Midnight is below us. Midnight is 11. I'm quickly. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go to the bathroom very quickly. Want to go munchkin? Okay, let's see. 2:47. Yeah, a little bit tricky because we could catch up on the open, right? So I'm still gonna wait a little bit. Oh, I think I opened the curtain a little bit too soon. I can feel the sun in my back, but that means it might be a little bit annoying for you guys to see. How does it look on the stream? Not too bad. Let me know, guys, if it's annoying, because then I'll close the curtains. But I need the sun to warm up a little bit. It's getting chillier. Well, it's in the morning, so it's still crisp. Not like the hot and humid summer nights that you wake up and it's really nice and warm, which I like. Most people don't like it, but I like it. I saw I have an email back from YouTube. I don't even want to. I don't even want to read it because I'm like, oh my god, if it's such a just the regular BS that I just don't even want to engage anymore. I went to the post office yesterday again, and so I said, "Do you have no?" Well, they're getting post today, so I should check. By a miracle, the pin might get there, so we'll see. But I don't think so. It will. But you never know. Maybe I will get it. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm still a little bit. I don't want to engage yet, but 'cause I just want to wait until 3 o'clock. I want to see where 3 o'clock opens, and then see if because there is a possibility that NQ wants to follow ES and wants to take out that high. So I don't want to have another short, even though it's a paper trade. I don't want to have another break even trade. I really want to trade that I have like, okay, now I have full confidence. Just really want to wait. We did create equal lows here, you see, on the hourly on NQ. Do we have that on? Not on ES, but we do have it on NQ. So yeah, I like the short a lot, but I just want to make sure that I'm not too early again. I don't want to be on the wrong. I mean, you can never be 100% sure, but I just want a little bit more confirmation. Um, it would be nice if London would already give some relief in the market, if that makes sense, even though it's going to be NFP Thursday. Like if it would take out, like really start giving some normal distribution, and then maybe a continuation of it already, and then goes back into ranging because it's NFP Thursday. But it might give another nice entry during the open or something, and then, you know, we accept, okay, it's NFP Thursday, whatever. Because think about this, how much we've been gone up. Let's say NFP Thursday is going to be bearish, but they don't want maybe to make a 2,000 point move in one day, but they might want to do it in 2 days. It could be technically, think about it, that we might already start part of the distribution already today, because we had like the whole week. We have Monday low, Tuesday high, Wednesday high, and a lot of the times you already get your we can have a pullback, a healthy, normally you can get a healthy pullback on Thursday then. So let's say we can get that today already in London, because we have news as well at 8 o'clock, right? 8:15, 8:30. So, hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you? So that could be a scenario that we take out one more high. And so sometimes what you can see, looking at the weekly ranges, we invert them. I mean, that sounds weird, but sort of like it doesn't use like 10%, 20%. We go all the way through the whole weekly range, and we invert them. So we are just going to go to the weekly low instead of using the weekly high. We've got two opening range gaps that are unfilled from yesterday and the day before. So I don't know. Well, I'm hungry for a short, as you guys know, and really don't want too long anymore. But it makes sense, like if we are using today already, because Thursday can be the retracement day, but sometimes Friday we can go back up, but it could also be a continuation. And we've already made over 1,000 points this week, which is a lot for a week, right? Or 12, it wasn't 1,200? Did we not check? Yeah, it was over 1,200 already. So, and we did not even retrace in the monthly candle yet. Let's see. I want to see the monthly candle last month. And this is the monthly. Look, a healthy pullback could easily just go up to here, right? So 20, let's say 26,800, maybe even, oh, I already have this marked here anyway. 27,000. Where are we at now? 1 point. It wouldn't even be that weird if we just go a little bit into this and then go back up again. I mean, this is the monthly, right? But look how high we are already. Just crazy. Just expanding. We have a monthly gap here as well. 5 more minutes, then it's 3 o'clock. Let's see at the weekly. Okay, we have a nice gap here, and we've got a fair value gap here, which is that same level, a little bit lower. I mean, there's so many reasons to go here at some point, right? Look at all this suspension block on the weekly. That should definitely be on our radar, I guess. Um, oh, it's not. It's not. It's just an imbalance here. My apologies. It's not a suspension, but yeah, the weekly fair value gap here, I think that's pretty significant. I mean, there's so much to the downside still. Daily. Well, we'll see. Hey, Mr. Chaos and Company Man call together again. The two of you pop up always at the same time, like brothers in arms. Are you guys not living? Are you sure you're not like. Sitting next to each other? Yeah, yeah. Well, you were the first one to say something, so today Company Man call is a stalker, I guess. I was for yeah, yeah. Today you were, yeah, you were, yeah, you were. So, Mr. Chaos, did you have breakfast already? I was really early because I thought, let me start early because maybe I'm lucky and we get a move out of 1 o'clock Eastern. Not really, but also I can't do the whole session, so I thought, let me just do a shorter, an earlier session and just do my uh, going over the charts, just starting the stream early. But yeah, um, it's quite quiet. I think a lot of people are done with the markets as well. Are you doing it right now? Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to extend my non-intake of food a little bit longer per day. So at night and then the first part of the morning, not taking any breakfast. But it's feeling, I'm not hungry anymore in the morning. I like it. So I technically don't eat until 11, 12 o'clock. And then I just have I guess you can call it lunch by then, but so I'm also less hungry than the rest of the day if I do that. It sounds weird, but I'm a stalker, but I stalk setups on the chart. Yeah. I don't know why I have grouped the two of you together for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you are. I know. Did you say I'm live already quite a bit, right? Yeah. So you didn't miss much. We have 4 hour, 1 hour SMT. Uh, ES took high and is in space again, and Q has a wick or BPR on the lower time frame, and it's sort of like at a 1/3 level of that wick. So the question is at 3 o'clock: is NQ going to follow ES, or are we going to reverse? Then we have a 4 hour SMT, which might give us a significant move to the downside if it holds. If not, it is just going to go all-time high. And yeah, like I said, I have an allergy for longing at the moment. I just don't want to long this high resistance without any proper pullbacks at the moment. The slow move, or or that instance move out of consolidation. So, but yeah, I like the scenario of the if they set in like the shorts. Oh, I didn't check did I check the daily already? Let me check. How does the daily look so far? Oh, same thing. On the daily we're in a wick as well. Oh, interesting. That wick is the same on the 4, but also daily. We also have daily SMT then. Okay, guys, very, very important. Let's see if that holds or not. So yeah, if that holds, that will be interesting at 3 o'clock. If we start rejecting at 0 point level here, let's see, because ES is already gone, all-time highs, and we But technically, we don't want NQ to follow, I think. That's my opinion. But if you guys like to trade longs into space, I would really love I would really love a good, like a good dump. It sounds weird to say, but yeah, well, it depends on, could be a nice short from here. Let's see, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes. I really want to see some proper displacement before. It's just really. I would love it if it would touch 0.5, but that would be too much to ask, I guess. Up to 3 a.m. bullish, bearish consolidation. I think the consolidation was technically right. Well, it was bullish and consolidation. So okay, let's do a new one up to 4 o'clock. Bullish, bearish. We're gonna do a quickly one before the start of poll. Same question. Bullish, bearish, or consolidation. Up to 04 a.m. Eastern. Bull, bear. I'm gonna put down a pig. We love the pigs. Bull, bear, consolidation. Okay, guys. Yeah, so the point is, ES already took out the high, and NQ is in a wick, so we have a daily and 4-hour SMT. If ES or NQ follows ES and takes out the high, there's no more SMT. So it's an important area. So it would be this would be an awesome area for the short to be the time. I like the time. But yeah, I mean, it would be a nice, let me see, 304. If I short it here, I'm just paper trading, guys. Turtles, I want to keep my risk as small as possible. So if I would do it here, I'll know very fast. If it spikes up and takes out the high, it's a long. But if it starts falling down, I think it could fall down very, very fast. But I should put it up at 50% here. Because this is the max, right? 50% of the wick here. Just above it. And if it starts going up again, well, then we know it's just going to go up, up, up for a long time. If it's going to take out the high, it's just going to go higher for a while again. But I like the wicking. Let's see. it's still on an MNQ trade. It's not too bad. It's 25 points, right? This could be an awesome short because if the SMT holds, it's a beautiful area. If the SMT doesn't hold, they're going to go to all-time highs both, and they just go to the again, like hang out there, and then bye-bye. Hey Ex Dunya, that's a long time ago. Yeah, so I'm hoping the I'm hoping that the SMT holds and that we get a short. If the SMT doesn't hold, it's like, okay, well, then we know it's going to be higher, higher, higher again. Maybe the rest of London. ES looks bullish. I agree. I agree, guys. I agree. But at some point, you need to try starting. I mean, if the risk is small. Now, actually, I don't agree with my risk to reward on this trade. It's not good enough. Okay. Yeah, as long as ES and Q doesn't take out the wick, it's still a risk. S&T still holding. Macro is almost done. It could still turn. It could still be a short. I mean, I don't trust. I mean, at some point, it needs to give some relief to the market, and it will rug pull everyone. Do you guys? Yeah, bank caught that long. Yeah, I hate it. I hate these longs. I don't know. Three o'clock. Okay, macro is done. It's Amil. So we have a daily SMT at the moment. So the only thing that I'm waiting for is that so ES took out the high, and Q did not. So and Q is in a 4-hour wick or a daily wick. So I just tried a turtle soup to see if the SMT would hold and we would get a short. But let me show you. So I thought, well, okay, this could be the, where is my 4 hour? So I put my stop at the 50% of this wick because I thought, okay, if the SMT is going to hold, then we might get a drop at the 3 a.m. open. But if NQ is going to follow ES, we're going to take out the high and they're going to go both to into the abyss. So that was the only thing that I went off of the probable SMT, and I put my stop at the 50% of the wick, and we blasted through it. So it was just a turtle soup try, but again, it's just gonna go higher, and I'm not interested in a long. I don't like it. So it looks like the SMT will be invalidated. This was daily SMT, 4 hour SMT, which a lot of the time used to be significant, and they would even be used maybe for a short, maybe even just one play to the downside, but we don't even get that. We still have SMT until if this previous day high is taken. But I think NQ wants to follow, right? Yeah, that's the only thing I was looking at, and I was accepting the risk that it could NQ could follow, because it's been bullish all the time. But I just wanted to try to see the turn. It was a perfect time, 3 o'clock daily SMT, 4 hour SMT, and hey, in the old days it used to work. Sometimes just even for one move. It could have been, it would have worked all the way maybe up to here, and then could go back up again. But now not even that. But we're not out of the woods yet. Let's see. Like Casey says, you just close your eyes, or long and just close your eyes, and you're good to go. There's no more shorting in. There's no more shorting in the market lately. Don't short. Don't even try anymore. I don't think everything was a super discount. It hardly retraces. Um, Super discount has not been. There hasn't been any retracements at all, hardly. You mean this move here? We've just been going up, up, up. Or you mean this wick going here? Is that what you mean, Emil? We have made over 1,200 points from here to here. Look what we left behind. I don't think there was any discount. It's just, we had a wick here, but yeah, it would have been healthier to have a little bit more of a pullback. How many people you like to trade? Oh yeah, it's just Haney. Okay, it's just Haney likes it. I really don't like this price action. Um, okay, no more SMT. Gone. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'm done with this. I'm not gonna. I need to do things anyway, and I'm just. Um, I mean, it can go higher and higher, whatever it wants. I don't care. I hope to see some healthy pullback at some point. It's Thursday. What time is news? Yeah, I mean, I've got to do things, and I'm not going to trade it anyway. Let me see. What time is it? 8:15 or 8:30? Yeah, I need to do stuff anyway, and I'm not going to touch any accounts. It will be paper trading anyway, so it's not really worth it. And I'm just getting guys. I don't know if anyone is with me, but I just hate. It's just Haney. I know you like it, but yesterday as well. The long was very clear to me. We had the open, and I was like, I'm not going to anticipate the slow. And we had this whole pre-market, and you could see, okay, we're going to go up into the pre-market level again. It took the whole AM session to literally go back to the pre-market high. And I mean, I hate that high resistance back and forth. Now this is, I mean, it's just Haney. I think you're one of the few people who likes this explosion out of. Uh, but yeah, I mean, at least it's good movement. But I don't know. I hope it continues. But I think at some point we're going to get a nice pullback. And I'm just thinking like maybe we're going to get the start of the retracement to the downside a little bit, because if you look at the weekly and the daily, there is so much major buy side left behind, so it needs to go through bullish PD rays to go further down. Yeah, I like to see, that's what I like to see. That makes me happy, these candles. I hate those green candles today. I like this. I like to see this, and I want more of those and faster. That makes me happy. But anyway, guys, I need to go to that town and see those, and I hope to see a lot of these just go down, take out a lot of, just give us a lot of displacement and something to work with. I'm literally done with all those the upside move continuously, and just taking minor, it takes minor sells. If you go back, we just take out minor sell side all the time, and then we build like a balanced price range on top of it, and then we move on. It's just very minor, and then boom, 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 up, up, up. But yeah. Um, NFP Thursday, but it's been shit for me personally. It felt like NFP Thursday the whole week. Stay safe, guys, and yeah, let's hope. Pray that I get my short. I want a big short. I want a short. I'm allergic for longs at the moment. Yeah, I can't help it. I hate them. I literally hate them at the moment. It never happened in my whole trading career, but I hate them. I'll see you guys later. Maybe if it's an, I don't know, maybe if I like price action, I'll do a stream later today. If not, I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, and let's hope we have some relief finally, and I can have a can go wild on those black candles. I don't want to see any green. Yeah, Mr. Chaos, they're doing. I'll give them a big hug. And you guys stay safe, and we'll be in touch either through Discord or I'll see you back in stream. And be careful today, guys. Um, ciao, ciao. Wish me luck, by the way, that if I don't drive for nothing again, because it's like an hour drive, and then I get there and it's like, oh no, sorry, and then I go back again and have to try again. You know, very frustrating. But yeah, hopefully I have more luck over there than in the markets today. Ciao, ciao.